Anyone with the bravery to run toward greatness will first find themselves walking through seasons that feel like total ruin. This is not punishment, but a proving ground. Life's most incredible victories are born from its most difficult struggles, and those who end up unshakable are the ones who have been emptied of every weakness until only strength is left. What feels like breaking is actually redesigning. Soon you will understand why life allows those who want to rise to be shattered, and how that very breaking becomes the fire that forges them into someone capable of holding real success. The moments that feel like the finish line are usually the first steps of something new. Success does not simply appear in the lives of people who stay comfortable and cushioned. It seeks out those who have been crushed to pieces and have chosen to gather the fragments and turn them into something more powerful than they were before. Think of where a diamond starts its journey. At first, it is just carbon. No different from a piece of coal you could toss in a furnace. Both are buried deep under the same heavy layers of earth and subjected to the same intense heat. But coal either remains as coal or disintegrates. Carbon, under the right amount of pressure, becomes a jewel sought after by kings and queens. The pressure does not kill the diamond. It reveals what it truly is. This is what is happening to you. The seasons that seem to be breaking you are not sent to destroy you. They are stripping away everything false and fragile so that the solid, powerful part of you can emerge. If what you have built your life on is hollow, it will collapse completely. But if there is something real inside you, this is when the world will see it shine. Breaking is not the finale, it is the transformation process. Most people try to run from this stage. They numb themselves with distractions, hide behind fake smiles, or try to bypass the pain. But those destined for something greater take the opposite path. They face pain head on and walk straight through it. They understand that pain is the toll for transformation. Your hardest moments are not proof that you are weak. They are proof that you are stepping into a level of power you did not know you had. When there is nothing left to lose, you meet the real version of yourself. When every escape route is gone, you discover how to create one. When every safety net is cut away, you learn how to fly without one. These breaking points remove illusions, excuses, and false identities. What is left is truth, courage, and unshakable determination. Picture a tree caught in a violent storm. The wind twists its trunk, tears away its leaves, and seems to threaten its life. But that same storm forces the roots to grow deeper and the tree to anchor itself stronger. When the storm passes, the tree is sturdier and taller than it was before. The storm that seemed like destruction was actually the thing that made it resilient. The same thing is happening in your story. The problems that you think will crush you are building you instead. The pain that seems unbearable is expanding your capacity. The losses you are facing are teaching you the strategies you need to win in the future. Each time you are knocked flat, you have two choices: stay down or rise stronger. Those who go on to accomplish great things are not the ones who never fell. They are the ones who fell the hardest and still got back up. They realized that the breaking was actually their becoming. Life does not hand its most difficult battles to just anyone. Not everyone is chosen to fight at this level. Some live lives with nothing more than small challenges and surface-level struggles. But you are not those people. You are facing storms that would have crushed others. That is not an accident. It is evidence that you were chosen for something extraordinary. Life does not send its heaviest burdens to those who cannot endure them. Think of the training elite soldiers go through before they join special forces. Not every recruit is put through that kind of brutal testing. Only the ones with the potential to pass. The point of the training is not to destroy them, but to find out who has the grit to keep moving. The same is true for your trials. They are clearing away everything in your life that does not belong to your future. When it feels like everything is collapsing, friendships fading, finances disappearing, health shaken, that is not chaos, it is careful preparation. You are being separated from every false support, every excuse, every safety net. Why? Because stepping into a remarkable destiny requires a remarkable level of trust. Trust is only built when every plan fails, every number stops adding up, every door locks shut, and you are left with nothing but that inner refusal to quit. The nearer you are to your breakthrough, the harder the tests become. That is how you know you are close. Comfort often means you are staying still. Chaos means you are moving forward. Think of how gold is purified. It is placed in fire, not to destroy it, but to burn away everything that is not gold. The hotter the flame, the more pure the gold becomes. Your trials are doing the same thing. Each challenge burns away fear, pride, and hesitation. Each obstacle sharpens your mind and strengthens your character. Each step you take when you feel like quitting shapes you into someone who can handle the blessing that is coming. The most demanding journeys are reserved for those who will hold the most significant victories. The most brutal battles are assigned to the ones trusted with the greatest rewards. The world's strongest steel only becomes strong after surviving the hottest furnace. The most flawless diamonds are born under crushing pressure. Your challenges are not punishment, they are shaping you. Every hardship you are going through is molding you into someone who can carry the weight of success without breaking. Every tear you have cried has been watering seeds of greatness. Every sleepless night has been forging mental strength. Every rejection has been redirecting you to where you truly belong. Nothing you have endured is wasted. It is all being converted into fuel that will launch you forward when the time comes. Most people treat pain as if it is poison, something to escape at all costs. But those who rise to greatness treat pain as a teacher. They ask, what is this trying to teach me? What strength am I gaining right now? What weakness is being exposed? Pain with no meaning is just suffering, but pain with purpose becomes transformation. Think about a business owner who loses everything. That person learns resilience in a way no lecture or book could ever teach. Think about an athlete sidelined by injury. That competitor develops mental toughness, patience, and hunger they would never have needed if everything had gone smoothly. Think about an artist who faces constant rejection. That rejection forces them to create work that is even more honest and powerful. Pain is the most expensive school, but its lessons are priceless. The same pressure that destroys coal creates diamonds. The same fire that melts weak metal creates swords that cannot be broken. The same hardship that crushes most people creates leaders the world cannot ignore. Pain is not here to defeat you. It is here to activate your hidden strength. Muscles only grow when they are torn and rebuilt. They do not grow from rest alone. The tearing creates micro damage, and in the rebuilding process, they grow back stronger. Life is doing the same thing to your soul. Every trial you face is resistance training for your spirit. Each fear you face grows your courage. Each problem you solve strengthens your mind. Each time you keep going, when everything inside you wants to give up, you are building a power that cannot be taken away. Years from now, when you are living in the success you used to dream about, you will look back and see these moments not as curses but as gifts. The victories will be sweeter because of what they cost you. The real champion is not the one who never stumbled, but the one who stumbled the hardest and learned the most. Your pain will pass, but your growth will remain forever. Pride must be broken before glory can be carried. If success comes without humility, disaster soon follows. Look at those who gained everything but stayed arrogant. They eventually fell. The breaking of pride is not punishment but protection. It prevents you from losing yourself when you rise, being forced to start over, to ask for help. To admit failure is not a humiliation. It is training. It teaches you that true strength is admitting weakness, and true wisdom is knowing how much you still do not know. A vessel cannot be filled if it is already full. A person cannot grow if they believe they are already complete. This breaking empties you of fake confidence, so there is room for true substance. Those who bypass this process might achieve quick success, but it never lasts. Their foundation is sand and collapses at the first storm. But those who embrace humility build a structure that can hold blessings for generations. Humility is not thinking you are worthless. It is thinking of yourself less often. When you stop being obsessed with image, ego, and proving your worth, you finally become free to grow. Think of a tree growing where wind constantly blows. The wind slows its growth, but forces its roots to go deep. When the storm comes, the tree stands tall. A tree growing in perfect shelter may grow quickly, but its roots are shallow, and the first storm knocks it down. Your humbling seasons work the same way. They may slow you down, but they are giving you roots that will hold you when the storms of life come later. Before your biggest breakthrough, you may find yourself completely alone. Friends fade, family doubts you, and people you thought would never leave may walk away. This isolation is not punishment, it is preparation. Eagles do not fly in flocks. Lions do not travel in crowds. Those chosen for greatness cannot bring everyone with them. Being alone reveals who is truly loyal. The fake friends disappear, but the real ones remain. Being alone also forces you to depend on yourself. When no one comes to save you, you learn you had the power to save yourself all along. Solitude gives you room to transform. You cannot become your future self while clinging to who you used to be. Most people fear loneliness and would rather stay in toxic company than be alone. But champions understand that solitude is sacred. Think of the caterpillar. It does not transform into a butterfly in front of a crowd, but in the quiet of a cocoon. Your lonely season is that cocoon. It is not a grave, it is a birthplace. When all the noise stops and the people disappear, you finally hear your own voice. The silence is not the death of something good, but the beginning of something better. Think of a seed buried underground. It seems forgotten, but under the surface it is growing roots and preparing to break through the soil. That is you right now. This season might feel dark and cold, but within you strength, wisdom, and resilience are quietly growing. You are getting ready for your breakthrough moment. The lessons you are learning now cannot be learned anywhere else. They teach you how to be strong when weakness surrounds you, how to hold on to hope when everything looks lost, how to trust yourself when no one else does. These lessons are priceless, and they can only be learned away from comfort. Your promised land is waiting, but you must first become someone who can sustain it. The pain you feel is shaping you into someone unstoppable. Each time life knocks you down and you get up again, you grow harder to break. Each time you rebuild after loss, you become wiser. Each time you heal, your soul grows tougher. You are not just surviving, you are becoming immune to the very things that tried to destroy you. Each setback is like a vaccine. It gives you just enough pain to teach you how to fight off worse pain later. Every breaking is forging you into someone unbreakable. What crushes others will barely shake you. What frightens others will hardly move you. Resilience is not the absence of hurt, it is the ability to recover quickly and rise again. The world will keep throwing challenges at you, but each one will make you stronger, smarter, and more unshakable. Soon, you will be like a tree on a windy mountain. The storms that were meant to knock you over have made you deeply rooted. Others may fall when the real storm comes, but you will bend, endure, and still be standing. Every person who achieved greatness went through a season where it felt like life was ending. They faced devastation, confusion, heartbreak. They had a moment when quitting looked like the easiest path. But they kept moving, not because they felt fearless, but because something deep inside refused to stop. That same fire is inside you. It keeps you walking when logic says stop. It keeps you hoping when the evidence says give up. It grows stronger the more pressure you face. The pain meant to destroy you is actually creating the strongest version of you. You are not falling apart. You are falling into alignment. The broken pieces of your life are being rearranged into something better than you ever dreamed. One day, you will look back and realize that the moment you thought was your breaking point was actually the moment you were being rebuilt. The fire was never your enemy. It was your purifier. It was designed specifically for you, with exactly enough heat to burn away what was holding you back and reveal the gold inside. The more intense the fire, the greater the purpose. Small dreams require small fires. Great dreams require intense refining. The unbearable heat you feel right now is shaping you into a weapon for good that nothing can break. Life is forging you like a sword, heating, hammering, and folding you until you are sharp and unshakable. Before you wear a crown, you must carry a cross. Before you stand in victory, you must pass through trial. Everyone who made history had to give something up. comfort, safety, fitting in exchange for purpose. That is what you are doing right now. You are surrendering what is good so that you can take hold of what is great. You are trading certainty for faith, trading short-term pleasure for long-term fulfillment. The losses you feel are actually investments. The seeds you are planting now will bring a harvest later. Waiting does not mean you have been forgotten. Delays are not denials. They are protections. Quick victories create shallow roots. Delayed victories create foundations that last. You are not late. You are being aligned with the perfect timing. This waiting season is making you strong enough to carry what is coming. Some of the sweetest fruit takes years to grow. Your patience now is preparing you to hold heavy blessings later. Your story will one day become someone else's survival guide. Your scars will teach lessons no book could ever teach. Someone needs your testimony to find the strength to keep going. Your pain will become someone else's hope. Your mess will become your message. People will trust you because you have lived what they are living. And remember this, the darkest night always comes before the sunrise. When everything feels like it is collapsing faster than ever, that is proof that you are near the breakthrough. The pain peaks right before the promise arrives. This is not the moment to quit. This is the moment to push harder. Just as a mother pushes the hardest right before birth, you must push through this season. What looks like destruction is actually reconstruction. The old life is being torn down so that the new one can rise. One day, you will look back and see that this season was not your ending, but the moment everything truly began.